Like, you have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlyn. We call her CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like I get it to a certain extent. And like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year. And like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like actually it's just too much.
The quiet has been overwhelming. The attacks have been constant. Furthermore, no one with a platform has been ready to voice the necessary opinions for far too long. But when Sophie Cunningham eventually got up and said, "Enough is enough," everything changed.
Said some very unapologetic things. The kind of things that have made her beloved by Fever fans and continue to have her adversaries and detractors crash out. I mean, it's pretty much as simple as you can put it. I mean, the phenomenon of Sophie Cunningham is in large part due to Caitlin Clark, right? Sophie comes over, she protects Caitlin Clark in that Connecticut Sun game, throws JC Sheldon to the floor. That's when she became a viral sensation. But she's always had that personality. She's always been pretty well known in the WNBA space, and now she's on the most...
Frustration is boiling over as talk spreads across sports forums and social media. Sophie Cunningham openly shares what she's seen Caitlin Clark endure, tired of players and officials targeting, abusing, and disrespecting the league's biggest star.
Now we know Caitlin Clark has been seeing a level of attacks, I should say, dealing with WNBA stars and different
You have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlyn. We call her CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her.
Sophie Cunningham became the voice millions of fans have been waiting for, boldly saying what others wouldn't as she defended Caitlin Clark and called out a league she believes is hurting its own golden goose.
So many fans were waiting for somebody to do what Sophie did. But Sophie Cunningham was not worried about hurting any feelings on this podcast either. This is what she said about the idea that Caitlin Clark may not be the face of the league, which is, you know, just an asinine concept that has been thrown out by some.
And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face.
Subscribe if you're enjoying it. Here's the horrifying truth that Sophie Cunningham's rise has brought to light. Caitlin Clark may not be safe from a league that seems intent on ruining its own success narrative, even with a true enforcer. Cunningham has seen Clark being singled out with a level of ferocity that is far more than typical rookie treatment. She has noticed the trend. She has seen the games firsthand and is well aware of what is going on.
Sports anchors, they're all haters too. That's crazy. They're definitely not analysts. They don't know shit about basketball. Rick, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never seen so much hate on a new athlete since I've been living. Since my 43 years of living, I've never seen so much hate towards an athlete. He says, oh, she's not getting bullied. This is normal physicality. If you're gonna be talking shit, putting it in my face and saying, yeah, what up, then you gonna have that shit coming for you. Somebody gonna bust you in the mouth for knocking the shot down and talking shit about it. Not because she's a dirty player, or not because, you know, she's trying to hurt people, just because.
Let's discuss what Sophie Cunningham has personally seen. She participated in the discussions when she was with the Phoenix Mercury. She was aware of the strategy. According to her, teams would really plan how to become more resilient. Caitlin Clark in conversations about letting her know what the W really means in the locker rooms.
Look, what we all been witnessing right before our eyes about our precious CC, my precious CC, Caitlin Clark. For the ones who didn't know. So basically, she was saying that when they was preparing, when she was on the other team before she came to the Indiana Fever, we talking about Sophie Cunningham. She was basically saying that the Phoenix Mercury players were basically game planning and saying that they was going to assault her and give her a whack onto the...
Cunningham says she's receiving far more therapy than most rookies, calling it excessive. Data backs her up. Caitlin Clark took 20% of all flagrant fouls in her rookie season and has played only 13 games in 2025 due to multiple injuries.
Like, I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year. And like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually, it's just too much. And like, it's just, I'm over it. And if I'm saying it's too much, then it's probably too much.
No, that's so fair.
Like,
Sophie Cunningham finds the escalating incidents against Caitlin Clark troubling, from Marina Mabrey's push that sent her to the floor, to Kennedy Carter's blindside hit, to Alyssa Thomas's shoulder check that went uncalled. Cunningham, a 6-year WNBA veteran who now plays alongside Clark after competing against her, speaks from first-hand experience, not outside speculation.
Player ever that's gotten this type of treatment coming into the league. LeBron would probably be the closest person that got this type of treatment. And that's only because he's big as fuck and he used to come to the lane, and the only way you could stop him is to pull him down. But even when they used to pull his ass down, they did not try to hurt him. A lot of times they would just grab LeBron and just stop him from falling. It wasn't malicious with the shit. And it's so sad that y'all just turning a blind eye. Y'all just like, oh, it's not bullying. She's not getting targeted. She deserves it because she talks trash. Oh my God. You know who talks 10 times more trash than Caitlin Clark? Anthony Edwards. You know who's even worse than that?
On Show Me Something, Sophie Cunningham defended Caitlin Clark as the league's face, then backed it up with a hard foul that went viral, gaining 600K TikTok followers, selling out her jersey, and earning the title of Clark's enforcer.
and it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally.
Sophie Cunningham blasted officials for not protecting Caitlin Clark, mocking a $500 fine after a viral TikTok. She cited her own uncalled hits as proof of the pattern Clark has faced all season.
And I almost venture to say that if Sophie Cunningham wasn't who she is, and people didn't sort of know what she's about, she wouldn't have been fined. But am I shocked that an activist basketball league decided to target Sophie Cunningham? No. I'm not surprised by that. I mean, this whole league's got all of its priorities all bleeped up.
Sophie Cunningham says jealousy fuels criticism of Caitlin Clark, noting she topped fan votes but ranked low with peers. She argues Clark's success lifts the whole league, from ratings and crowds to pay and perks.
Last year was the first year in its like 25-30-year existence that it was profitable. Made $1 million. But it was the first time that it didn't lose money because the NBA supplements. Well, when Caitlin Clark comes to town, you have to go from the 8,000 seat WNBA arena to the 30,000 seat whatever arena across town because of ticket sales and all of the apparel and all of this stuff that's coming from Caitlin Clark, and you're just like, okay, but the league is totally destroying her. You know, they're trying to destroy her from within, and it's the players that.
Sophie Cunningham points out that no one is addressing why Caitlin Clark has missed half the 2025 season with 3 soft tissue injuries after never missing a game in college or her rookie year. She sees a link to constant targeting, aggressive play, and lack of referee protection, a view briefly echoed by Clark's brother before he deleted his post.
One of the biggest epidemics in the history of sports right now is going on with the WNBA and their referees. They suck. All right, their referee situation blows. The officiating, they can't get the calls right. When they do go over to look at something, it takes them forever, and then they still get it wrong. And they also will not come down on these players for trying to take out the league's greatest asset. The league's greatest golden goose that is going to eventually make all these players and the commissioner and all these people all this money. They won't officiate.
Sophie Cunningham has become Caitlin Clark's enforcer, taking hits, calling out targeting, and going viral. Her stance sparked over 1 million followers, big brand deals, a hit podcast, and soaring jersey sales, proving you can have superstar impact without superstar status.
The phenomenon of Sophie Cunningham is in large part due to Caitlin Clark, right? Sophie comes over, she protects Caitlin Clark in that Connecticut Sun game, throws JC Sheldon to the floor, that's when she became a viral sensation. But she's always had that personality. She's always been pretty well known in the WNBA space, and now she's on the most high-profile team, getting all sorts of endorsement deals and the like, and has been playing extreme.
Sophie Cunningham warns the WNBA to protect Caitlin Clark or risk losing its biggest star. Risking fines and her reputation, she's shown that defending Clark is both right and smart for the league.
Let's take a look at this photo right here. If this doesn't tell you that Caitlin Clark, everywhere she goes, moves the needle, ESPN and all these talking heads are idiots. She did not even play in this game. This game was actually the Barbie game for Angel Reese. But look at the amount of people that came to this game just to see Caitlin Clark.
Sophie Cunningham has forced the WNBA to choose: keep allowing poor officiating, envy, and targeting to wear down Caitlin Clark, or protect the player driving the league's growth. With Clark's injuries mounting and calls for change growing, Cunningham has spoken out when others stayed silent, defending the most influential and transformative player in women's sports.